So I ended up in a relationship with a guy who actually never got off of the dating app that we met on. And the way that I found out was like through like a Facebook group. So it was a whole thing, girl. It was a whole thing. But anyway, I had a hunch about it pretty much the whole time. And I think that what happened was I got into like a relationship with this person because I was just like, it happened out of sheer boredom. Okay, happened out of sheer boredom. And I think that that's what happens when you find yourself continually back on the dating apps, because either you're just like bored or you kind of like the hit of dopamine that it gives you, just like social media. If you truly don't understand why you're on the dating apps, then you got to delete them. If you're exhausted from them, this is your permission to silently log off forever. Not because you're giving up, but because you're waking up. Okay? You're not bitter. You're just realizing that your time is expensive, too expensive to be swiped on. There are often lots of women who feel like, we complain about the same things. Like we're tired of like the talking stage Olympics, or girls that want something better than just like a match on Hinge, but that's all they're on all the time. It's like they're always on a Hinge date 24/7. It's like, girl. But if you really want to actually reclaim your freaking time, space, and energy, then you have to delete the apps. You have to get off them. You have to delete them. You're not single because you're broken, or because like there's something wrong with you, or you don't know how to choose the right guy. You're single because you're focused on yourself. Live in that moment. Give that its moment, live in that, and delete the apps. Dating apps are in nature designed to be addictive. Okay, that's why men and women alike, everyone, don't delete them, because they're not fulfilling. They are not designed to be that way. They're designed to keep you on there. Otherwise, they wouldn't exist. Everybody would get on and then within a few weeks find the love of their life and then move on and live happily ever after. That's not how it happens, though. They gamify attention the same exact way Instagram does. Okay, and it's just addictive. You just sit there doom scrolling on these guys. Eventually they all start to look alike, and eventually all their pictures start to look like they're posing all in the same way or with the same fish or some weird shit. And at that point, you're not dating, you're scrolling. You spend most of the time on the app just scrolling through these guys or sending them one or two messages, and then it's on to the next one, or you forget about it for a couple of days and then you get back on it because you're bored. When you're building your vision, you don't need a distraction in your pocket. You have enough of those on your phone already. Okay? And you don't need a dating app to add to that list. I mean, think about the amount of dopamine hits that we really are receiving throughout the day. That's crazy. Every swipe is time that you could have used to build your business, to heal, to rest, to touch the grass, to stare at paint drying. You could have used that time so much more valuable than just swiping on a dating app for nothing. Because this is the reality. Most of us on the dating apps, right? Most of the time, you're not going to find anything serious on there. If you use the dating apps very intentionally and with a purpose, especially if you're a man, you could very well have the potential to find your soulmate on there. Very well. I do believe that. But I'm going to say that's maybe 1% of people using the dating apps. 1%. And I think that that's even generous. Okay? And I know that there's somebody out there that's going to be like, well, my blah, blah, blah friend and aunt and uncle and cousin, sister's brother met on a dating app. You will have more success picking a gym, starting a new workout routine, going consistently on a weekly basis, running into somebody at the water fountain who has X, Y, and Z in common with you, than you will finding your soulmate on a dating app. I promise. Pick up a hobby, pick up something that you're good at, pick up something that you like, that you enjoy, something that you've always wanted to try, and I guarantee you're going to find someone there that you have way more in common with than you would on Hinge. Truth. Also, romantic validation does not equate to self-worth. A lot of people that are in dating apps don't have the self-confidence or the self-worth they're going to say it's that they don't have the time, but it's really that they don't have the confidence or the self-worth or the chutzpah to meet someone in person. That's the truth. It is not difficult to meet people in person. It's just that a lot of us have too much social anxiety to actually freaking do it. So we resort to the dating apps, and it's giving us some sort of, I'm not even going to call it romantic validation. It's giving us some sort of validation that we like to equate to self-worth temporarily, but it doesn't last and it's not fulfilling. You don't need someone to pick you because you already chose yourself every day. You wake up, you choose yourself by doing the things that you love, by doing the things that invest in you, by doing the things that honor you, and you don't need someone else to do that for you. When you live in that truth, the other side of that, the waking up and doing what fulfills you, doing what serves you, doing what feeds your passion, the right person will come along when the time says so. You attract better people when you're aligned with your vision, your purpose, your goal, your mission. You're not missing out, but instead you're starting to level up. And people meant for you don't need to be searched for because they're already in the right places. What you need to do is place yourself, make sure you're putting yourself there to coincidentally meet those people. So dating from abundance versus dating from a place of emptiness is a whole different ballgame. It's a whole different world. And when you focus on your glow up and being a better version of yourself and improving and doing things that you have been putting off or picking up hobbies that you've always wanted to pick up, watch how different the dating pool starts to look. It starts to look like, oh, I didn't know these people were here before. I would have came over here a long time ago, but you were too busy on Bumble. Anyway, delete the dating apps, babes. Like, do us all a favor. It's not everyone else's fault on the apps that you haven't found love yet. It's your own fault because you are continuing to log on with the same result, not doing anything different. And if you have deleted the apps, soft clap for you. I am proud of you. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Bye.